If you're new to the project, a big warm welcome. If you're a tough hole root, then welcome back. On today's video, we're installing a subfloor on the first level of our pallet tower. However, we are also cheating. We are going to go to town and purchase 4 sheets of plywood for this project. Step 1, we sweep the floor. Step 2, we unscrew the staircase. I put a crap ton of screws in here. It's taking a minute. Fingers crossed we can just scoot it back. It's only got to move like 6 or 8 inches. So let's see. There we go. Now we put down the insulation. And here we have our insulation. It is 3mm foam with foil side on it. This isn't the end-all, beat-all insulation for our floor. It's just a real easy thing to do right now, and it'll give us something. We can always add on to this later. So we're going to open it, we're going to roll it out, staple it down, and then put plywood on top of it. In case you're wondering, I am going to leave the plastic down. I'm not 100% sure I can finish this in one day because there are a lot of other things to do here, you know, when you're off-grid with children and everything. And I don't think it's going to make a big difference, right? Leaving it down is just yet another vapor barrier. We're going to take a quick second to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video. It is this company right here, and they make inverters going from 12 volt to a much higher voltage. The one that they sent me was 2,000 watts, which is more than enough to power anything that uses a regular plug, such as a tabletop welder, which is predominantly what I use ours for here. And what was cool about it was it actually comes with a wired up remote. So you can control it, you can cut it on from a different room. So if you're looking for a product such as this, click here and check it out. Your battery connects to the back. Here you have the power where it comes out. You've got a test and a reset button. You've got USB ports. This is where the remote plugs in. This is your on-off switch. And right here is where you can wire it straight to wires, as in your house. You can use a regular house wire, attach them to these, and you can bypass using this actual plug right here. So this is the difficult part, getting this into position without messing up our insulation. It's tougher than it looks, but you don't want to slide it across. There we go. Hey, it's done. You don't even got to screw it down, right? No. But hey, I'm happy with this. This don't look too bad. Wish it didn't have writing on top of it saying Feb. Guess it was February. In February, they screwed up this side of it. Glad we know that. But this side will never be used. So, the corner is fairly square. It's off by just a teeny bit, but that's pretty dang good for building with pallets. I say that's pretty dang good for building with pallets. I mean, this is about as square as you could hope to get it with store-bought lumber and being picky at Lowe's. So, we did good. We did very good. Making at least this corner square. Before I put down this plywood, I marked on this bottom board where all of the flat pieces were. So I've got a countersink drill bit here because you don't want to trip over any screws that may be sticking up. I'm going to go ahead and countersink it and then put screws in all of these flat boards. I've got specific screws that are just long enough to get plenty of bite without sticking out of the bottom because you don't want a thermal bridge. I learned something. I knew what it was, but I didn't know what it was called until a very smart viewer informed me. So either way, we're going to run down this line, countersinking and putting in screws. We'll work our way across this board and then lay down more plywood. What I've done now is attach a string. That's going to be my straight edge, and I'm going to attach the plywood to the joists. It is double joist, 2 boards, so I'm going to stagger these screws back and forth. That way they attach into both of them. You may be asking yourself, why are we cheating at this point, right? We put so much effort into this really, monolith of pallets here. Why would we do plywood now? I'm getting burnt out, right? It's a lot of effort. It's really cool. It's permanent effort. It's something, it's not necessarily a waste, but it's been difficult, right? It's not been easy. But the more important reason, the actual legitimate reason, is that the place that we went to get all of these pallets no longer has them. I think that there is either A, someone who works there, or B, some entrepreneur that is getting them first. I would assume that it is a worker, right? Because they're never there. So, hey, they were free. I had no right to them other than, asking them and getting permission to have them. Definitely do that. But either way, they're not there anymore. We can't seem to get our hands on them. So, we have a little bit of pallet wood. We want to save those for projects other than a subfloor that will probably cover up with carpet. I will tell you, store-bought lumber stinks. Me and Celia moved probably 500,000 sheets of plywood trying to find 4 that were worth the price. We did the best that we could, and even these stink. If they don't have some kind of hidden defect we didn't notice, they all bowed like bananas. So, we're just doing the best that we can. I mean, shoot, if this is the normal fashion of building and the normal standards for what is square and straight, you might as well use pallets. They're just as straight as this jazz. Speaking of Lowe's lumber stinking, the plywood itself is kind of crooked. So I've got a 2x4 here. I ran that down to one of the floor joists. I'm going to use that to pry over and scoot this plywood just a little bit. I can put a screw in it. Alright, it's not perfect, but it's way better than it was. So, I guess I'll keep this in here in case we need it again. Here we are, the last piece. This is not the best insulation in the world, but it is at least called that. You go to the store, you're looking for something to keep you warm, and this is on that aisle. So we can always add more later, but it was very cheap, it was very easy, and we have something. And there we go. Rock and roll. Let's see. Yeah, my face is hotter than it was. That is always so stressful. If I mess that up, I not only got to buy more plywood, but I need to drive an hour to get to the store. So It's the last piece. I'm so glad I'm done cutting plywood. And boy, does that fit good. This one over here don't fit so good, but this one fits. Fits very well. Next, you sweep the floor as best as possible and put down your boiled linseed oil. You will have to excuse me for melting. It's in the upper 90s today. So there's nothing to it. You just put a bunch of this oil on. With our last tiny house, I actually poured the oil on and then used a brush. Although we're getting a little bit more fancy with it, I have an actual roller. I am using a Dollar Tree pie dish as the base. But yeah, roll it on, paint it on, pour it on. Whatever it takes to just get the whole thing covered. There's no such thing as too much, really, but it will increase the drying time. This takes forever to dry out. That's why we chose the hottest day on planet Earth, and we're doing it as early as possible. I like it as a bed better than I like it as a bed.
I want to try it.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. Leave your feet off. There you go. Well, if we were their size, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
That's actually spacious for them. And your head's up. Head up, Image. There you go. Now down. So it looks like a signal bar. Yeah.
Oh my
Look.
God. So good. I'll go get my water. Go get my water, Mama.
And there you have it, right? That's how we cheated. That's how we put the subfloor on the first level of our pallet tower. It is now solid, right? The children are not going to fall through the pallets as they have several times before. And it is now ready to accept either carpet or laminate or whatever, right? This is just a subfloor, even though we did seal it, right? Sealing it, definitely, if you do anything like this, absolutely seal it. But either way, if you liked what you saw, hit that button. If you're new to the project, hit that other button. Help support the project. There are links below in the description. Buy yourself a spring kit. And I'll see you next time. Steve in the Woods. I got lost in the middle of that one. I'm desperately holding on to the, what the hell am I even saying here, you know? Okay, that one was stressful. My mind will just wander off, and I get halfway through. I don't know. I'm making it up, man, because I've lost interest in what I was saying. All right, one more time.